Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng City Government of San Fernando, DepEd Division of Schools of San Fernando, at CLTV36.
Simulan mong abutin ang iyong pangarap na magbibigay dangal sa iyong bukas. Ang suliranin, hindi laging nandyan, dapat mong harapin. Kami iyong kasama sa bawat takin, magkaakbay nating lulutasin. Dito sa FerNanDino TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa FerNanDino TV, ikaw lagi ang bida. Ang mga aral ay ginintuang atin ng bawat guro na siyang gagabay sa iyong pagkamulat. Naway umukit ito sa iyong isipan, maging mapanuri, sundin ng wasto at nararapat. Kagandahang asal ang ipakita, ipadama ang pusong may malasakit. Dito sa FerNanDino TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa FerNanDino TV, ikaw lagi ang bida. Sakaling mang tayo'y supukin ng unos, ating haharapin ng walang takot. Sasamahan ka ni Fernan at Dino, ang bagong barkada mo. Dito sa FerNanDino TV, boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa FerNanDino TV, edukasyon mo'y sigurado na. Dito sa FerNanDino TV, boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa FerNanDino TV, edukasyon mo'y sigurado na.
FerNanDino Teens TV.
Bakit kaya ganito? Hindi ko alam bakit, pero parang ang dami-dami kong iniisip.
Hello? Narinig ko kasi pinag-uusapan nyo kanina sa phone at mukhang bigat ang problema mo
Ay, hello po sir, wala po yun.
Wala yon? Parang dami mong iniisip
Wala
May
po,
tutulong
sir.
ba ako?
Wala po sir, gusto ko lang pong pumunta sa tahimik na lugar.
Ganun ba? Kung gusto mo, pwede kitang samahan sa ating guidance counselor. Doon din ang punta ko.
Guidance po sir? Huwag po sa guidance, mabait naman po ako, pero baka magalit po kasi yung parents ko kapag nalaman nila na kinausap ako sa guidance office, tsaka baka may makakita sa akin, nakakahiya.
Nakakahiya? Teka lang. Hindi mo ata naintindihan kung ano ang guidance counselor. Ang ating mga guidance counselors ay ang mga taong tumutulong sa atin pagka may problema. Malay mo, matulungan ka sa problema mo.
Ganun po ba yun, sir? Hindi ko po alam yun Pero, hindi po ba mahirap na trabaho yun, yung tutulong ka sa mga tao na hindi mo kakilala, yung makikinig ka sa problema nila?
Good day, FerNanDino teens. I am Sir Patrick, your Disciplines and Ideas in the Applied Social Sciences teacher. Let me help you with your problem. In teaching disciplines and ideas in the social sciences, one of the topics is counseling. The subject, Disciplines and Ideas in the Applied Social Sciences, focuses on 3 areas, which help us understand more the individuals and society. The 3 areas are counseling, social work, and communication. Social scientists can now better study the different practical problems and concerns of the community through the study of these disciplines. Counselors are social scientists. For today, we will focus on the lesson counseling. So our objective is illustrate the different processes and methods involved in undertaking counseling. But before we proceed, let me just say that for you to understand this subject, disciplines and ideas in the applied social sciences, you must first take and pass the subject disciplines and ideas in the social sciences. This subject is considered a prerequisite to the subject disciplines and ideas in the applied social sciences. It means the foundation to understand our subject for today is the subject disciplines and ideas in the social science. So don't confuse yourself with disciplines and ideas in the social science from disciplines and ideas in the applied social sciences. Our friend here, Nan, feels bad about something. And maybe some of you are also not feeling okay at times. You try to understand what is going on around you, but nothing makes sense. It keeps bothering you, and you just don't know how to explain or express it. Some tried escaping from it, but they never succeeded. Some made use of distractions, and guess what? The problem is still there. Problems are part of our lives. We can never run away from them. They will haunt you wherever you are, and they will surely be a pain in your life. Now, what can we do? The best thing to do is face the problem. There is no other way but to take these problems and consider them as challenges. And challenges bring out the best in us, right? But you may say, "Sir, that's easy for you to say since you are ready and mature to face the problems." And that is why we have professionals and experts to offer some help. For the sake of our subject, let us talk about professionals who are expert in maintaining the holistic well-being of individuals. And they are the counselors. Before we have a short break, I will be assisting Nan to the guidance office, and may I request you, FerNanDino teens, to please place in the comment section your possible advice or tips to help Nan feel better. Let us see who has the potential to become a future counselor. So, keep posting your comments and I will be back.
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng City Government of San Fernando, DepEd Division of Schools of San Fernando, at CLTV36.
Dumaranas ang ating mga kabaleen at karehiyon sa sanlaksang hirap sa kasalukuyan, dulot ng COVID-19. Iniinda ng buong sambayanan ng pandemya. Ang bawat isa'y saklot ng pangamba. At isa sa pangamba, lalo na ng mga magulang, ay ang edukasyon ng kanilang mga anak. Dahil sa panganib ng nakamamatay na sakit na COVID-19, ang nakasanayang face-to-face learning ay hindi na muna maaari. Ngunit walang may gustong mahinto sa pag-aaral ng kabataan. Kasama niyo ang CLTV sa hangaring maipagpatuloy ang edukasyon ng kabataan kahit na may pandemya. Salamat sa Provincial Government ng Pampanga, DepEd Division of Schools of Pampanga, Division of Schools of the City of San Fernando, Pampanga, City Government of San Fernando, Pampanga, at ang inyong estasyon, CLTV36. Hindi na kailangan pumuntang mag-aaral sa eskwelahan. Ang eskwelahan na ang pupunta sa inyong tahanan. Sa pamamagitan ng CLTV36 Teleskwela. Mapapanood mula Lunes hanggang Linggo, umaga hanggang gabi, mula kinder hanggang sekundarya. Kasama niyo kami. Hindi tayo magpapagapi sa pandemya. Hindi kailangang tumigil sa paghubog ng ating mga kabataan pagkat sila ang pag-asa ng ating bayan.
Attention, FerNanDino teens! Ready na ang inyong mga lessons na ihahatid ng DepEd Schools Division Office of the City of San Fernando, Pampanga, City Government of San Fernando, Pampanga, Pampanga High School, at CLTV36. Ready na ba kayong makinig kila Sir at Ma'am? FerNanDino Teens TV, Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Special TV, every Monday and Wednesday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. FerNanDino Plus, every Tuesday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. and every Thursday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Umattend ng inyong teleskwela classes dito lamang sa CLTV 36.
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng City Government of San Fernando, DepEd Division of Schools of San Fernando, at CLTV 36.
FerNanDino Teens TV.
You are still watching FerNanDino Teens TV. Before we had our commercial break, I was able to talk to Nan about the problem she is experiencing. With the changes caused by the pandemic, she feels very uncomfortable and confused. But that is normal. I am sure many of us feel the same way, not only during this pandemic, but every time we're experiencing problems and difficulties. She also mentioned something about seeking for assistance because of these feelings. That is the main reason why I am your speaker today. Why? Because I am going to introduce to you the professionals who can be of help and assistance when you are having problems and difficulties. I am referring to our counselors. Take note, counselors with an S and E and not counselors with a C and I. I am sure that our city and barangay counselors are helpful during the pandemic, but on the other hand, counselors will help us with our personal and mental state. Let us now begin the discussion, and don't forget that later we are going to check if you're able to understand the lesson, so please listen carefully. Counselors do counseling. Have you ever gone to counseling? Do you know who your guidance counselor is in your school? Anyway, let us define counseling and counseling process before we can determine the importance of a counselor. Counseling is a professional relationship that empowers diverse individuals, families, and groups to accomplish mental health, wellness, education, and career goals. Counseling involves a process which is called the counseling process. You do not just go to the counselor because you feel sad and seek for an advice and that's it. No, you need to go through this process of counseling. There are important considerations in the counseling process. What are they? First consideration, counseling is dynamic. It means that no two counseling sessions, even with the same client, are ever the same. By the way, the person who goes to the counselor is called the client. The dynamism that characterizes the process of counseling makes it interesting and at the same time challenging on the part of both the counselor and the client. For example, If none will visit the counselor again to have a counseling session, that will not be the same as the session they had before. Do you understand? Second, counselors are expected to practice good listening skills. This skill characterizes a counselor who listens attentively to the client in an attempt to understand both the content of his problem as the client sees it and the emotions the client is experiencing related to the problem. The counselor does not make interpretations of the client's problem, nor is he going to offer any suggestions as how to deal with or resolve the issues presented. Fourth consideration in the counseling process is the so-called resistance. Resistance is normal to clients during the counseling process because instigating a positive change in human behavior is not an easy process. Thus, it is normal for any individual to express some form of negativity over changes. Fifth consideration in the counseling process is the transference and counter-transference of the counselor and client. What is this transference and counter-transference? When the client sees in the counselor his significant others, then there is transference. In this process, the client transfers to the counselor feelings and perceptions that should belong to other people in the client's life. Counter-transference, on the other hand, refers to the reactions the counselor has towards the client that actually belongs to significant people in the counselor's life. So, those are the important considerations in the counseling process. Would you like to be a counselor in the future? Why not? Now, let us discuss the different tools and techniques to make the counseling process easier. There are wide different varieties of tools and techniques to choose from. Counselors are trained to utilize and administer these tools and techniques when necessary. The counselor is the best judge on which tools and techniques are necessary to reach the desired goal. Counselors can use standardized tests and non-standardized tools and techniques to carry out the counseling process. Let us begin with standardized tests. Standardized tests are psychometric instruments or paper and pencil tests that are administered to clients for the counselor to know client characteristics that are not easily accessible during interviews. Example of these are kahit, or the National Career Assessment Examination for our grade 9 students, and the National Achievement Test, or the NAT, taken by grade 10 students, and of course, the Basic Education Exit Assessment, or BEA, of our grade 12 senior high students. Counselors also use non-standardized tools and techniques. These are instruments and techniques used by counselors to guide them or update them about the status of clients. These aim to organize the outcome of sessions conducted for the purpose of keeping track and documenting the progress of the counseling sessions. Before we go to our commercial break, let me present to you some of the ways on how counselors collect and update their records. Well, to set things straight, counselors do not read minds. They are not psychic, that with a glimpse, they already know your whole inner being. Definitely, they do not work in the National Bureau of Investigation or the NBI. Counselors do not stalk you wherever you go, and they do not check your latest TikTok and budots on social media. They just need to utilize the following tools and techniques. Number 1. Counselors administer interviews to clients. Exchange between the counselor and the client with a specific care-related objective in the mind of the counselor. Number 2. Counselors are good with behavioral observation. Behavioral observation is the careful watching or monitoring of the behavior of the client during interviews or scheduled sessions. Significant behaviors in reaction to certain questions are noted by the counselor as significant data. Number 3. Counselors and teachers check the anecdotal record of the students. Anecdotal records consist of written reports of important incidents that happened to the client. It is a recorded snapshot of these incidents. 4. The school also keeps a cumulative record of the students. Cumulative recording is a method of providing meaningful and comprehensive information about the client in the course of a year. Number 5. use of a checklist. Checklists can be used to identify the presence or absence of specific attributes or skills of an expected behavior in the client. Number 6, rating scale. These can be used like a Likert scale, used to assess the degree or extent to which clients strongly agree or disagree, for example, with a particular issue or aspect that is being measured. So, there you have it, FerNanDino teens. I was able to give you an overview of what counseling and counseling process is. For those who are curious what happens during the counseling stages and are wondering what happens to Nan after, is Nan sent to the mental hospital? Was she given psychotic drugs? Of course not. I will be back in a just short break to talk about the different stages in the counseling process together with the methods used in counseling. So stay tuned.
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng City Government of San Fernando, DepEd Division of Schools of San Fernando, at CLTV36.
Ang polio ay isang sakit na nagdudulot ng permanenteng pagkalumpo. Walang lunas ang polio, ngunit maaari itong maiwasan. Dalawang bagay ang maaaring gamitin upang maiwasan ang polio. Dalawang klase ng ligtas at epektibong bakuna. Isa sa mga bakunang ito ay ibinibigay sa pamamagitan ng 2 patak sa bibig ng bata. Oral polio vaccine ang tawag dito. Ang isang bakuna ay tinuturok. Inactivated poliovirus vaccine naman ang tawag dito. Tinuturuan ng 2 bakunang ito kung paano lalabanan ng poliovirus, ngunit ginagawa nila ito sa magkaibang paraan. Ang oral polio vaccine ay binubuo ng proteksyon sa bituka. Pinoprotektahan ng bakunang ito hindi lamang ang mga batang nabakunahan kundi pati na rin ang ibang kabataang nasa paligid. Ang bawat bata ay dapat mabigyan ng oral polio vaccine ng maraming beses sa mga lugar na may panganib ng polio. Ang bakunang tinuturok ay bumubuo ng proteksyon sa dugo sa halip na sa bituka. Nakatutulong ito upang mapalakas ang kaligtasan mula sa polio at mapanatiling malaya ang bansa mula sa polio. Ngunit hindi nito pinipigilan ang pagkalat ng polio sa pagitan ng mga bata kaya hindi ito nakatutulong sa mga lugar kung saan laganap pa ang poliovirus. Kailangan natin ng oral vaccine upang mapigilan ang virus saan man ito nakikita. Kapag nawala na ang polio sa lahat ng lugar, ang inactivated poliovirus vaccine ang gagamitin upang mapanatili ang proteksyon sa buong populasyon. Ang 2 bakunang ito ay pinatunayang ligtas at epektibo ng World Health Organization. Upang maproteksyonan at masiguradong epektibo, kailangan ay mabigay sa lahat ng mga bata kahit saan man sila nakatira. Salamat sa mga bakunang ito. Bumaba ng 99% ang mga kaso ng polio sa buong mundo. Bakunahan ang bawat batang Pilipino. Wakasan natin ang polio. Pumunta sa pinakamalapit na health center para sa libre at ligtas na bakuna laban sa polio.
Nag-aalala si Mommy and Daddy. Huwag daw munang pumasok sa school dahil sa COVID-19. Paghandaan natin ang pagpasok sa teleskwela. Una, gumising ng maaga nang may kasamang ngiti at sigla. Pangalawa, kumain ng masustansyang pagkain gaya ng prutas at gulay para may lakas habang nag-aaral. Siyempre, huwag rin kalimutang maligo, magsuot na rin ng komportableng damit. Siguraduhing maayos at malinis ang lugar kung saan manonood ng teleskwela. At panghuli, ihanda ang mata, tenga at ang mga gamit pang eskwela. Ayan, ready ka na para sa teleskwela. FerNanDino Kids! Handa na ba kayong matutong muli? Tuloy-tuloy ang ating lessons dito sa ating FerNanDino Kids TV. Hatid sa inyo ng DepEd Schools Division of the City of San Fernando, Pampanga, City Government of San Fernando, Pampanga at CLTV36. Sabay-sabay tayong matuto mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes simula August 24. Samahan si teacher dito sa teleskwela. Kita-kits mga chikiting!
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng City Government of San Fernando, DepEd Division of Schools of San Fernando, at CLTV36.
FerNanDino Teens TV.
And we are back. You are still watching FerNanDino Teens TV with Sir Patrick on the subject Disciplines and Ideas in the Applied Social Sciences. And our topic is counseling. For those who are wondering on what is happening inside the counseling room or during the counseling session, let me just give you a glimpse of what to expect. The counseling process follows different stages. These stages may not need to be finished in one session, but they can happen in a series of sessions. The first stage is establishing rapport and relationship building. This stage focuses on introductions and establishing rapport. Good rapport building centers on respect and trust, with a sense of psychological comfort between the counselor and the client. And here are some strategies in establishing a healthy counseling relationship. Number 1, counselors should demonstrate adequate social skills. Counselors must not become the symbol of evil, wherein students are trying to escape from his deadly stare. Number 2, he should always address the client by his or her name. Remember the name. Use the name. Never forget that name that was given by the client just minutes ago. Avoid calling the client Ate Girl, Kuya Boy. Please remember the name. Number 3, he should make the setting comfortable for the client and to himself. Please be sensitive with the client's feelings and concerns. Make sure to keep the place private and secured. Do not let the client feel that he or she is being detained or judged in front of the jury. This is not a court trial wherein there are other people inside the room making unnecessary comments. Number 4, counselors should not interrupt the client when he or she is talking. Let the client speak out his or her feelings. This is not about the counselor, but the client. Give him time to express all his or her emotions, but make sure to check that the session will not finish by Christmas. Number 5, counselors should listen attentively. Listen when nobody seems to care. Please be the person who would listen to the troubled client. Please let it be you and not others. Number 6, he should be aware of the client's body language. Words are very easy to read, but the actions, emotions, and silence, these are the most important things to consider. Counselors need to unwrap those hidden meanings, and through practice, he can also be good at identifying hidden messages. The next stage is assessment. The second stage of counseling is basically data collection phase. The counselor motivates the client to provide complete information about his or her concerns. As the counseling relationship progresses, the counselor looks more closely into the concerns of the client. This involves integrating information based on gathered information that relates to the client's concern. Remember our discussion a while ago? A good counselor knows the appropriate approach to assess the client. In the third stage, which is goal setting, goals are set by the counselor and the client. In the setting goals, the client's strengths, weaknesses, constraints, and available resources are considered. The goal may be immediate or long-term, which gives direction as to the flow of counseling process. In this stage, the client commits to doing what he believes will help him. This is the time the client commits to the task necessary to achieve the goal. Fourth stage is the intervention. In this stage of counseling, the client is given suggestions for the best possible options to manage the present problem. The issue here is the choice and the change that the client wants. After identification of the logical actions, the client is asked which of the possible solutions or remedies he or she can try out. The focus of this phase is for the client to face the problem, do something about it, and try every possible solution to solve it. Take note that the interventions must not be imposed by the counselor. The counselor needs to understand that even if he has good intentions, but the client resists from the interventions, it will be useless. Remember, individuals need to help themselves first, and the counselor only makes the client realizes and empowers them to help themselves. It always begins in the individual. For the final stage, termination and follow-up. This is where counseling comes to an end. Termination must be planned ahead so that the client will accept the separation and is gradually able to handle the problem on his own. Some follow-up sessions may be required to determine how well the client is able to handle the problem without the counselor. There are clients who become dependent on their counselors. We do not want that. Why? Because clients came to the counselor for help. The counselor helped them by helping themselves. People need to accept that they need to move on and do things on their own. We don't want the client to become parasites on the counselor, right? End the counseling session. Never let the client attach themselves to the counselor, or else the counselor will be opening an orphanage. In doing counseling, there are different methods that can be used. Counselors equip themselves with the necessary methods that will help them during the counseling process. They always remind themselves that since clients and their concerns are different, there is no best method which will be effective for all the clients and their problems. This time, here are the different methods in counseling. Number 1, Directive Counseling. This is also known as prescriptive counseling or counselor-centered approach of counseling. In the directive counseling, the counselor plays a lead role and uses a variety of techniques to suggest appropriate solutions to the client's problem. Also known as an authoritarian approach, the counselor takes an active part in helping the client make decisions and final solutions to his problems. The counselor, using this approach, believes that his client cannot solve the problems by himself. Number 2, non-directive counseling. The chief proponent of this counseling approach is Carl Rogers. It is also known as the permissive counseling approach, wherein the counselor is passive. The client makes the choices and makes the final decisions by himself, thereby solving his problems. The counselor has to accept the client's capacity to make the adjustment and adapt. The principles of acceptance and tolerance are important in this approach. Number 3, the eclectic counseling. This approach is based on the fact that all individuals are different. The techniques are selective in nature since they are derived from several sources of counseling. This approach is based on selecting the best technique for a particular client. Techniques that are least beneficial to the client are left out or not used. There you have it. That is how you do counseling. But of course, it is easier said than done. It requires a lot of experience for the counselor to be good about it. So, are you ready to end our lesson? I will be back and hopefully you will finish this lesson with me as I give the summary and some final tips. Stay tuned!
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng City Government of San Fernando, DepEd Division of Schools of San Fernando, at CLTV36.
Ayon sa kasabihan, a child's education starts at home. Kaya higit na kailangan ngayon ng suporta ng mga magulang sa pag-aaral ng kanilang mga anak. At isa sa pinaka-epektibong paraan ay ang blended learning. Ano nga ba ang blended learning? Ito ay ang kombinasyon ng face-to-face learning, online distance learning, modular at paggamit ng radyo at telebisyon. Ano naman ang mga bentahe ng blended learning? Higit na epektibo kaysa face-to-face o online lamang na pagtuturo. Nagbubunga ng higit na mataas na antas ng pagkatuto. Mas naiengganyo ang mga mag-aaral na mag-isang tapusin ang mga nakatakdang gawain at aralin. Sa pamamagitan ng information at communication technology, masisikapin ng mga estudyante na mas makinig at mas mag-focus sa mga bagong aralin na pwede nilang makuha. Ito din ay nagdudulot ng iba't ibang karanasan ng pagkatuto. Mas ma-explore nila ang kanilang kaalaman pagdating sa pag-aaral. Sabay-sabay nating yakapin ang new normal sa larangan ng edukasyon. Sabay-sabay tayong mag-teleskwela! FerNanDino Teens! Tuloy-tuloy tayo sa pag-aaral dito sa Teleskwela FerNanDino Senior High Life. Huwag magpapahuli sa mga lessons hatid sa inyo ng DepEd Schools Division of the City of San Fernando, Pampanga at ng City Government of San Fernando, Pampanga. Attend your classes tuwing Biyernes mula 1 p.m. hanggang 2 p.m. simula August 28. Dito lang yan sa CLTV36.
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng City Government of San Fernando, DepEd Division of Schools of San Fernando, at CLTV36.
FerNanDino Teens TV.
Welcome back, FerNanDino teens. We are now at the last part of this learning episode. And as promised, I will be summarizing our topic in counseling, and I will be giving some final tips to make this learning more meaningful and practical. Let us begin by talking about what to expect in the counseling process. Remember that every session is a unique session. You must always adjust to your client's personal problems and concerns because no one is the same. Next is counselors clarify, confront, and interpret if necessary. They need to be always in control of the situation, no matter how things in the client's life are in chaos. Confront when necessary and with a purpose. Interpretation comes into place when messages are unclear and vague. Counselors are known to be empathic. This means that they do not just know your feelings, but they understand your situation. They must be practice positive regard towards the clients, since they deserve respect regardless of their past actions and decisions. Listening is also the key in doing counseling. Most clients look for someone who will listen to them and not lecture them. Don't we want someone who will listen to us rather than make side comments on our situation? Resistance is also possible to happen, especially when clients are stuck with this behavior. But it doesn't mean that it's a hopeless case. Like what we said before, everyone deserves respect. Set aside those judgments, and those judgments never help an individual improve. It is also essential to watch out for transference and counter-transference. These are not healthy since we do not want feelings and emotions on others being projected to someone else. For the tools and techniques of counselors, we have the standardized test or test instruments that have been validated and considered reliable. There are also non-standardized tests which can be used to aid the counselors gather data from clients. They can make use of interviews, behavioral observation, anecdotal record, cumulative record, checklist, and rating scales. For the stages of counseling, the first stage is establishing rapport and relationship building. Remember to start connecting first with the client and do not get too excited by going straight to the point. The second stage is assessment. This stage lets the counselor analyze the situation and present the emerging or existing problem. The third stage is setting goals. Goals must be clear and the client must focus on attaining them. The fourth stage is intervention. After the careful review on the client, the counselor presents the interventions. And the fifth and last stage is termination and follow-up. All sessions must be terminated, and if needed, a follow-up must be made. And for the last part of the discussion are the methods used in counseling, namely directive, non-directive, and eclectic counseling. Now, let us check your understanding of what you have learned today. There will be statements that will be flashed on the screen and you are going to identify whether they are true or false. After I read a statement, I will just give you 5 seconds to answer. Make sure to write your answer on our comment section below. Are you ready? Let's begin. So for the first statement, a counselor helps a client by giving concrete solutions to the problem after consultation. The answer is true. Good job! Even though counselors are helping professions, they respect the decision of their clients, so they need to consult them always. Second statement. As a counselor, it is okay to treat your clients like your friend, brother, or lover to be able to help them well. The answer is false. Correct. You must maintain professional relationship. What did we talk about before on transference and counter-transference? Do not abuse the weakness of your client. Third, counselors collect your important data through checking of records to make sure counselors have something to report to your parents on your whereabouts. And the answer? It's false again. Very good. Counselors do not spy on you, but they manage the data collected with privacy. The fourth statement. The counseling session can last up to 1 year if necessary. Well, the answer is false. Correct. The counseling sessions are not effective if it lasts that long. We do not want our clients to be clinging to us for that long time. And lastly, the fifth statement. I can visit the counselors when I feel sad and worried. You can always visit your counselors if you have concerns pertaining to your holistic well-being. Do not be afraid to approach them, for they will not judge you whether your problem is big or small. Did you get 5 out of 5? Excellent! And now, before we end our lesson, let me give you 2 tips on how to appreciate and apply counseling in our daily lives. First tip, always remember that as a person, you are important, as well as your need to be heard. As counselors, you must have the sensitivity to listen to the voice of others and the voice within. Be sensitive to your friends. other people, and especially your family members on their situation. During these times of pandemic, be aware of the people around you, especially your family. They might need ears to listen, and you must always be available to them. Do not let them feel alone or unloved, because nobody wants to feel that way, right? Be their voice when they are weak and unheard. Step up even if it means helping others to carry their burdens. And for the last and second tip, always remember to love yourself. Everything must start with you. If you know how to love yourself, you can love others as well. If you cannot help yourself, it will be difficult to help others. Loving yourself is not being selfish, but it is accepting who you are. Be you, and people will learn to accept you from your flaws and imperfections. Now, if I talk too much and you seem to forget the value of our lesson for today, try listening to the chorus of FerNanDino Teens TV original soundtrack, which says, "Dito sa FerNanDino Teens TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa FerNanDino Teens TV, ikaw lagi ang bida." Let me say that again. Dito sa FerNanDino Teens TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa FerNanDino Teens TV, ikaw lagi ang bida. So here's the list of the references used in this lesson. Once again, this is Sir Patrick Enriquez, your teacher and guidance teacher from the Senior High School of Pampanga High School. Good day, everyone.
Hello, Nan! Kumusta ka na? Nagpaalam ka kanina kay teacher pero di ka na bumalik. Iniintay ka namin ni Dino pagkatapos ng klase.
Ganun ba? Pasensya na kayo. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Okay lang ako.
Pero, bakit mukhang may problema ka? Halata sa boses mo eh.
Hindi, nagpunta lang ako sa library. Gusto ko lang pumunta sa tahimik na lugar. Ang bigat kasi ng pakiramdam ko, hindi ko rin maipaliwanag kung bakit.
Sigurado ka ba? Gusto mo puntahan ka namin dyan sa library?
O sige. Salamat!
Okay ka na ba, Nan?
Oo, okay na ako. Alam nyo guys, ngayon ko lang napagtanto na hindi pala natin dapat katakutan ang ating guidance office maging ang ating mga guidance counselor sa ating paaralan.
Tama ka dyan, Nan. Sila ang mga tamang tao na magbibigay payo sa atin, lalo na kapag may mga problema tayo. Maaari tayong kumonsulta sa kanila ng walang pag-aalinlangan. Dahil tiyak, handa silang makinig, makiramdam, at magbigay lingkod sa ating mga kabataan.
Kaya naman, maraming salamat, sir! Muli na naman tayong natuto mga FerNanDino Teens. Abangan ang susunod na episode ng FerNanDino TV, na kung saan ang kabataang FerNanDino ay angat sa angking talino.
Bagong umaga, yakapin mo ang bagong pag-asa. Simulan mong abutin ang iyong pangarap na magbibigay dangal sa iyong bukas. Ang suliranin, hindi laging nandyan, dapat mong harapin. Kami iyong kasama sa bawat takin, magkaakbay nating lulutasin. Dito sa FerNanDino Teens TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa FerNanDino Teens TV, ikaw lagi ang bida. Ang mga aral ay kinutuangatin ng bawat guro na siyang gagabay sa iyong pagkamulat.